and kisses from you. It's never too much, never too much, never too much. And I just don't want to stop. Oh, my love. I figured it'll work if I start singing. So let me see. Let me see what happened. I just had to give y'all a few of the fine tunes. A million days in your heart is never enough. Never too much, never too much, never too much. Days in your heart is never I told you. Enough, never too. I told you. They just wanted me to serenade you. They needed you to have a good morning. Like, they needed it to be to where you had a song first. So that you start off your day with a song in your heart. That's what it was. I'm telling you. They said, don't just come on there just out there like blah. You know what I mean? Don't just come out there like blah. You got to sing. You got to put the vocals in there sometimes. Never too much. They wanted a little doom, doom, doom. You understand what I'm saying? That's what made it work. Magic. Okay, so the message that came out, wholeness, family, infinite waters flowing through you on point, Dexter. This is Tarot on Dex, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. For those of you who were there and you know that there was a live that had technical difficulties, this is just a recap of that reading. This message had a lot to do with being disoriented. There is this, spirit or this energy being sent to cause you to be disoriented, right? This is somebody who doesn't want you to continue paying your bills on time. This is somebody who doesn't want you to continue in the momentum and drive that you're operating in at this time. And it has a lot to do with your finances. We got the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. We also had, it was Eight of Pentacles came out, and I think that was all of the Pentacles. But basically, it broke down to 8 Pentacles, right? I can see the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, but that wasn't at the in a part of the original spread, but it did break down to 8 and 9 Pentacles in that this work that you're doing and like the momentum that is building behind this work. No, there's King and Queen of Wands came out too. They can't stop you. These people, this is not my high vibrational King and Queen of Wands. This is more of a lower vibrational version. This person doesn't want to really be themselves. They have identity issues. They have issues with their gender or issues with their skin tone or issues with their race. This person right here, even though they have a lot of skills, they can't seem to execute. Rick James was a powerful singer, but he couldn't put that dope down. These are the people who coming up against you that's sending this disorienting energy towards you. They want you to be out, like they want you to, like, let's say you had money to pay your bill, but you forget that you didn't pay the bill, so you use the money for something else, and then you realize, oh my God, I never paid the insurance. Oh my God, I didn't pay my car note. Whatever it is like that, they want you disoriented. A movie that came through was this movie that's on Netflix about dreams. It's a child movie, so maybe you haven't seen it, but it's a movie that's on Netflix about dream. A brother and sister get caught in this dream world, and they have to fight their way out of it. This is how these people want you. They want you existing in a reality, thinking that everything is all good, right, and that you've done everything that you were supposed to do, only later to realize that you've had a mishap, that you somehow miscounted your money, right? You look in your account, you say, oh my God, I got an extra $2,000. Oh, what I'm gonna do? Let me take these kids to do something special, right? Then you realize, oh, I never paid my rent. That's where that $2,000 came from. It's this type of energy. So, like, making sure that you're sound-minded, right? How do you test the spirits? God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. God doesn't give us a spirit of anxiety. That doesn't come from a divine space. So when you're sensing these emotions, it's important for you to tap into it. Tap into where this could be coming from. Oh my God, I got this extra money. Let me make sure I go through my budget and comb through my budget just to make sure that everything is taken care of, because these people can't stop you, but they can cause like obstacles and impediments in your path. They want you disoriented, much like the powers that be have changed the maps, much like the powers that be have changed the times. You know, we're under a Gregorian calendar. You know that they changed the orientation of the planet, right? Why? To keep, so you don't know where you at, because if you don't know where you at and you don't know what time it is, it's going to be hard to get to where you're going on time, and that's what this is. They want you disoriented. That's what all of those technical difficulties was. They don't expect you to continue to fight through. It's like, for example, the technical difficulties in your mind. You might be like, okay, well, my phone ain't working, so I can't go live. right? It's this type of energy, like taking these, like seemingly like, oh, it's a blessing from God, and like letting it stop you from the path that you on. In essence, they want you disoriented, right? But we're gonna shuffle this deck. They want you disoriented. They want you beside yourself. They want you clouded in judgment, not making the executive and the boss moves. Okay, let's get some more messages for the collective. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. What is the most important message? Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. What is this? Four of Swords energies out here. Like, your sound mind and clarity, and like this is making good decisions, like making good choices because you have sound mind and likely the resources to accompany it. This is peace that surpasses all understanding. This is don't worry about anything. Worrying, which of you by worrying can add 1 foot to your stature, but prayer changes everything. So don't worry about nothing, but pray to your Father in heaven who has knowledge of what you need, and they will give it to you abundantly. This is what I'm tapped into. There's nothing for you to worry about. King of Swords energy is out here. There is like Five of Swords with the King of Swords. There is like this preparation and planning that has to happen. Five of Swords energy is out here. This is like the Five of Swords in my personal deck. In this deck, as a matter of fact, that I'm using. No, it's in this other deck that I be using. Is Battleship, right? Battlefield of the mind. So there are a lot of entities and energies coming towards your peace. They don't want you to have no peace, because if you have peace, you can plan for generations. A lot of this energetic debris that's happening societally right now is because they don't want you to be able to plan for generations. They're creating a mindset and a frequency in people that makes them the perfect worker, that makes them the perfect slave. But if you have a sound mind and you can plan for generations, and despite what's going on energetically, despite what the obstacles are, you can set your future generations up for success. There's a big attack on that. There's a big attack, Five of Swords energy, on your mind, on you being disoriented, not being able to make sound decisions. Page of Wands energy is out here with the Four of Wands. That's 5 wands. And really, if we're going to talk about war, that's what the war is on. Your mind and your body. They are attacking you. Boop. They are attacking your mind because they don't want you planning for future generations so that you can set yourself up for some type of success. They're attacking your body so that you don't have the strength and the wherewithal to be able to execute on your ideas. And so these are the areas that you need to fortify. This is what I'm tapped into. The Death card energies out here with the Six of Wands. They don't want you dead, but they want you barely living. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't want you dead. They want your life force essence to go toward what they want to do, but they want you barely living. They want you barely making it, so you just got enough energy to get up and go to that job and go back home and be docile. That's what this is. The Knight of Pentacles energy is out here with the Eight of Swords. And so if you understand that the attack is on your mind and on your body, and you counter those attacks by fortifying your mind and your body, you're going to find success. You can't treat him like any of the other niggas because he's not like any of the other niggas. What I'm telling you, they want to be able to treat you like every other niggas. And if you don't plan on being a part of that group, 6 + 4 is 10 wands, and it's time for you to put in the work, because they're attacking your mind and they're attacking your body, and I mean simultaneously at the same time. This is what I'm tapped into. 2 of Wands energies out here, and so your spirit team is saying it's time for you to fight back. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when it come for you? Queen of Cups energies out here. A lot of you have this sensation, right? You sense it. You know it. You have this inner knowing, but what are you doing about it? This is what I'm tapped into. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. The energy is just so, like, if you choose to tap into it, it is so heightened. You know what I mean? Before tapping into the energy, there was this lull, energetic lull, like, just go back to sleep. Just rest your nerves, take an off day, right? But then as soon as you tap into it, it goes, shoom. You say, oh my God, they got a lot of shit going on out here in the ethers. Don't be confused. Just don't worry about it. Just don't pay attention to it. It has nothing to do with you. Let other people handle it. Yeah, you go back to sleep and enjoy some time with your children, right? Don't do anything to fortify yourself against what you know is coming, so be aware. Be aware of the mental attacks. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. Always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's get some more messages for the collective. Keep positive in your mind. Move your body. Move your body. Feed your body sustenance, fuel that it needs. And the same thing with your body. You know, keep your mind positive, but also feed it. Give it the things that it needs to thrive. Oh, honey, you can have me when you want me. Bloom, 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 bloom. It's a feeling far beyond compare. All right, all right, all right. Aaron, are you sure that you okay to be able to get back up and move around? You almost broke my glass table just now. I think that you might be a little bit needing of some rest. Do you feel like you can get up and move around? That boy got my eyes. Okay, get up, but act right. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for the divine collective? What do you need to know most at this time to walk the highest path out here for the greatest good? 11:11 on the timer up there. Isolation. Isolation breeds illumination. You know, even the card kind of denotes is like cold or sparse energy. Isolation breeds illumination. Where you feel isolated or by yourself, that's where the presence of God will show up. Sometimes the isolation isn't a punishment, it's an opportunity. Give me some more energy. Thank you. Unresponsive. Isolation and unresponsive and in danger to themselves. I feel like this isolation is an opportunity for you to be able to discover the God that's in you. But if you're not using if you feel like being by yourself is a curse, if you feel like being by yourself is a punishment, if you feel like you're by yourself because you did something wrong or because other people are doing things wrong, why would anybody want to be around you? If you can't be by yourself, why would somebody else want to be with you? If being by yourself is a punishment, then how you think other people feel when they with you? That's what's on this board. The family issues, energies in reverse. Baby, let me tell you something. Everybody out here is trying to tread the same water. We all out here treading the same water. And sometimes that space and opportunity is the opportunity and space that you need to discover the God that's in you. Celebrating time, celebrating quietly. What if this is something that's just for you? I found that so many times in life when I thought that I was being isolated or left alone or I was feeling lonely, that there was something special going on and it was just for me. It was something that only I could appreciate. And many times when I tried to bring people in to appreciate it with me, to share in the abundance, they ruined it. They ruined the experience. They didn't get it. You ever tell somebody a joke? You ever try to share a joke with somebody or share like a funny video that you see on your social media with somebody and they miss it, they just ruin the joke? You be like, check this out. And you show it to them and they be like, what is that? Like, oh, never mind. I wish I would have never showed it to you because you just fucked it all up. It's this type of energy. There's this energy going on. Lazy energies out here where there's something that's just for you. Other people don't be sleep with you. When you go to sleep, that rest is all yours, right? This is an experience that's all yours. But I do feel like there's this card right here gives me cause for pause. It says in danger to themselves. And there's this hand that got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fingers on it. Something ain't right. And so I really feel like it's this awareness that you don't realize that this space and opportunity is an opportunity for you to create without other people's opinions impeding on your creation, right? Other people's opinion, fuck your shit up, believe it or not. Salty energies out here. Even when I'm reading tarot and I go, oh, well, what do you think I should do? Or what do you guys want to hear, right? There's a lull. There's a delay. If I just say, well, okay, let me just do a reading on love. Or let me just go ahead and tap into what's going on socially. Whatever it is like that, there's a snap fire. There's a snap fire to it, right? Dirty money energies out here with salty. And dirty money is in energies in reverse. There's nothing negative to me. The dirty money and family issues is both in reverse, right? Like I feel like it's just for you. You want to share it with people who don't deserve to have access to it, and your spirit team is really protecting you from some bullshit. But you call it loneliness. You call it loneliness, but it's peace. The peace that surpasses all understanding, and an opportunity for you to create without bars, without barred. Clickbait energy is out here. There's also this energy of somebody trying to make you feel like you left out of something. Like literally somebody that's trying to make you feel like because you at home taking care of your business and you not at the party or at the function that you missing out on something. Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you how you know. Because if the party and the function was all that they trying to make it seem to be, why are they thinking about you? If they at the party and the party is lit, I'm talking about Michael Jackson at that bitch, Tupac. What the fuck? If you was at a party, you might think about somebody later on and be like, man, you should have came. That bitch was lit. Michael Jackson was there. Tupac was that bitch. We had so much fun. But not during the experience. If during the experience somebody takes the time out of what's supposed to be a grand experience to contact you and say, man, where you at? Why you ain't at the experience? The experience ain't all that. And they feel like it would be better if you was there. Or they just want to make you feel some type of way because they're there and you aren't. But it can't be all that much fun if they even thinking about their phone. Half the time when I'm having fun, I'd be like, damn, I ain't getting no pictures. I ain't getting that picture, man. I was looking cute too. It's this type of energy that's on this board. So this isolation is meant for your illumination. And so you should appreciate it. With new beginnings energies out here. Like the first step on the rest of your journey. The first step on this leg of the journey. And it has to do with understanding your own personal power and ability to create. That's what this feels like. A lot of there's nothing back there. Like maybe you want to spend time with family or there's a group of people that you kind of miss engaging with, but there's a reason why you stopped hanging out with them in the first place. There's nothing back there, and all of the forward movement starts with you. That's how this feels to me. Celebrating quietly. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. Distorted messages coming out here. What is this? Mansplain. Baby, what's understood ain't got to be explained. That's what this is. There's somebody that's going into a long-ass dissertation. They're like over-explaining because if you get just the truth, then the truth is not unacceptable. So they have to add to it. They have to zhuzh it up again. Because if you hear it like embellished is the word, then you might go with it, right? They talking all around the truth. Because if you were to hear the actual factual truth, you'd likely be reluctant to it. Big yikes energies out here with behavioral issues, right? No, this is somebody who's like, you say something like, why you haven't seen your kids? You say something like, why you haven't seen your kids in 6 years? And they say, oh, because they baby mama, and then she crazy, and then her mama, and then, no, fuck that. You just a fuck boy. You ain't seen your kids in 6 years, right? But no, they got a good-ass, long-ass dissertation. And then at the end of the dissertation, you're not even talking about the kids no more. You want a long-ass dissertation about the baby mama. But what the baby mama or the grandmother got to do with why you ain't seen them fucking kids? It's this type of energy. Unconditional love energies out here. I don't like it. Whenever this unconditional love energy shows up, I know it's a bunch of bullshit. Unconditional love only exists between a parent and a child. Usually a mother. Not even a father and a child usually have unconditional love. Unconditional love usually exists between a parent and a child. Anything outside of that, unless it has some conditions on it, it's unhealthy. If you in unconditional love with somebody, that means somebody dragging you through whatever the fuck they want to drag you through, and you say, I'm going to stay through in this shit because love is unconditional. That's a bunch of bullshit. The only person that should get that from you is your mama. And the only person that's going to give it to you is your mama, period, point blank. And some people, mama and daddy don't give it to them. So you know some people, mama and daddy ain't giving them unconditional love, and you think you're going to go out in the street and fight it from somebody in the street. It need to be some conditions on this bullshit. Nah, nigga, if you mess with people that's underage, that's going to get your ass cut off. If you not showing up in the people lives who count on you, that's gonna get your ass cut off. It needs some conditions to this shit, because somebody is mansplaining their behavioral issues and is distorting the actual truth. Because if you knew the actual truth, you would run the fuck away. You would get the fuck out the way, because here they come, huh? Them hoes shaking their ass. You say, oh, here they come. Them hoes shaking their ass. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. Hot and cold energies out here. The guise, Guise, of unconditional love is allowing you to stay in a situation or circumstance, and energetically it feels like a fun house. It feels like everything is distorted. A house full of mirrors where it's difficult for you to know who you are and know where you are, because you're saying that there's unconditional love, because love is patient, love is kind, it does not brag, it does not boast, but you really allowing somebody to do a bunch of fuck shit and include you in it. 100, search for you and grieving heart. It's a lot of disorientated stuff. And it's like you're looking for the actual thing. Like if you look for love, unconditional love, and you're looking for that real unconditional love, and you realize that there's somebody in your life that's using that term as an excuse to drag you through unnecessary bullshit. It's gonna be important for you to put some conditions on some shit. If you invest in everything that you invest in and it feels like something very positive, then make sure that that energy is being reciprocated. Are the scales balanced, or is this very much so one-sided? Something feels one-sided. Woke, rumor mongering energies out here with divine feminine. Very, very difficult for you to operate in your divine feminine energy. All that's energies in reverse because motherfucker over here distorted messages. Cloak and disguise. Under the guise. You see that word, G-U-I-S-E? Under the guise of unconditional love. Who? Wait, let me see what they said. What did he say? We don't. Wait a minute. What they said? God damn it, Shantae. God damn it, Shantae. What they said? What was said, Shantae? Okay. A witch is a wise woman. A witch, do the etymology of the word and you will know that a witch is a wise woman. That's not even an insult. The people who they called witches and they burned at the stakes was the original healers and doctors. You know, all of the healers and doctors, the people that used to heal was women, and they were wise women, and you would use herbs. That's where the flowers and stuff come from. That's why we still dry flowers and we still use herbs. They would use herbs and different types of plants to heal people. So they used, back in the days, they didn't have hospitals. They had a local healing person that you would go to. Well, when the Rothschilds started to colonize this country or this place, this land, they sent in a lot of male energy, and they came up with the medical society, and all of the what they call them midwives. All of the midwives, they started to call them witches, and when they was doing the sailing witch hunts and all of that, they was attacking like folklore or herbal magic. So anybody who says words like that, y'all, you got to know how dumb they is. Like when you see people that's immediately jump to insulting somebody, it's because they don't have the words, nor the experience, nor the education to be able to speak soundly on a subject. And sometimes I want you to let me say something to them. Not necessarily because I want to get distracted or get the account banned, but because I need to teach them. Because I need to teach them, hey, you're trying to insult somebody by calling them a witch, when actually that's a compliment. You're saying wise woman, healing woman, right? So I need a chance to teach some of these ignorant motherfuckers. I get you. Thank you so much, Shantae. Thank you. Shantae gonna make sure my ass don't get distracted. Isolation, right? Isolation breeds illumination. I like, fuck it. Don't, shit. Hell. I got a little tussle in me. She said, we ain't got time for that. I can feel her energy like, no. Absolutely not. Fuck them. If they wanted to know, they'll sit their ass down and listen. But literally, for everybody else in the chat, the etymology of witch, look it up, is wise woman. Caught in the act, left on red, and case of the ex. Girl, now you know damn well. You saw. Like be careful of letting someone talk you into going against what you saw with your own. My mom used to say, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. But this is something that you experienced in real time. You saw it happen, caught in the act. I don't know. There's a lot of mansplaining. There's a lot of somebody saying, oh, this is why that happened. There's a little legitimate excuse for some bullshit. Come on, man. Triggered energies out here with avoidance. One of the things that I'd like to suggest for my very empathic people who have emotions is sometimes you have to close your eyes because you can be blinded by the light, right? And you have to pay attention to how stuff makes you feel. And I feel like if you just paid attention to how you felt and you didn't think about any of the other obligations in this connection, you will walk away from this. This is what I'm tapped into. When a person shows you who they are, listen. When a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. They might say, oh, I only said that because I was mad. They might say, oh, I only did that because I was full of emotions. That's their real self. They moon sign, your sun sign is what you show the world. Your moon sign is your true nature. Somebody has shown you their true nature. And their excuse is, oh, I just woke up. Oh, I was hungry. No, that's their nature. when it boils down, when all of the fucking fraudulent faces that they like to show to the world, when that shit come off and they can't grab it quick enough to put it on, that's who they really are. So you want to pay attention to who they really are. Fuck what they tell you. Fuck what they tell other people. Somebody got a type of broken thinking that even in their anger, or even in their sadness, or even in their stress, that this is what they will resort to. Somebody say, oh, I did that because I was mad. So when you mad, that's the type of shit you do? Oh, so if you're sad, it's okay for you to do this fuck shit. Oh, so if you're angry, that make it okay. No, the fuck it don't. Because even in my anger, even in my madness, even in my sadness, it's certain shit that I just don't do. Bloom. Speak spirit. Speak spirit. So they telling you what their nature is. They're saying, when I take off all of my masks and I'm not hiding who I am for the world, this is who I really am. And you better listen to them. That's their nature. That's their nature. When shit get hard, that's what they gonna do. When it get a little angsty, that's what they gonna do. What I do? Y'all probably know what I do. Shit get hard. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go smoke, huh? Shit get a little angsty. I'm finna go smoke. I might avoid. I might not show up. I might disappear. Roof. You probably know that from your experience of me, that my nature is that when I'm under stress, oh, I want to smoke, right? You know that. Right? So this is their person's nature. They're showing you their nature to be some type of antagonist, some type of enmity, right? The snake to your heel, stomp their ass out. They're showing you that their nature is to be some type of enmity, stomp their ass out. I'm telling you now. They say, oh, I was only doing that because I was kind of tired. I was only doing that because I was hungry. I was doing that because I was angry. No, that's your nature. Never fear, underdog is here. And you have a different type of nature. God blessed you with the idea of wanting to save somebody. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Save yourself. How about that? How about you put yourself in an environment where you won't be exposed to these types of things? You want to be a hero. I was in jail. I loved a hero. Ooh, I loved the bitch. I was finna get ready to whoop that bitch ass, and they had another one that wanted to stand in the way. Oh, you go get the ass whooping then. Let's go. Yeah, you're a hero. I love a good hero. I got my Captain American shirt on. I love a hero. Yeah, I'm a fucking super villain. It's this type of energy. Make sure that the people who you decide to stand up for and take some type of governance over actually deserve it. How about we all save ourselves? What if we all saved ourselves? Then we wouldn't need as many heroes, huh? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Yeah, I love the hero, baby. I was doing that time. And I used to love for a motherfucker. I used to ask them hosts, oh, so you a hero? Shit, you won't, I completely leave that bitch alone and you'll get all this fucking smoke. The fuck? Save the day, face ass. Save the day, face ass. Let me put some chapstick on. That might help. It probably won't do too much. But it might help, believe me. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. 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 That help. Girl, Aaron, shut up. That's why your ass was laying down 5 minutes ago. Now you want to lay back down? Relax. Let's go Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's go Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What we got going on today? Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Look, spiritual people get to calling on Jesus when it's too much. Just Jesus. Somebody, like, Lord have mercy. The emotional pain came out. First card out, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Even motherfucking spiritual people get a call on Jesus when it get too much. Okay, abandonment energy is out here with emotional pain and false person. This kind of reminds me of the energy that we've been tapped into a lot, right? Like not realizing that the space and opportunity is exactly what you need to grow. That there have been relationships where people have not really being authentic, in regards to who they are. And so it's like your spirit tip is saying, take your leave. Right? Take your leave. Realize and recognize that you do not have to stay in a space and exist in an environment where you are not appreciated, where you are not wanted. And sometimes like that, space and opportunity feels It feels lonely, bro. It is what it is, right? But you're never alone. Your spirit team is always with you. And how can you take that space and opportunity and invest in yourself so that you're more magnetic, so that you attract people in your life that actually complement you? That's what this feels like. Divine partner. I like this. There's a lot of twos showing up. 3282 and then divine partner. So I'm gonna take that as a 222 angel number. And this like person, this fake ass person leaving your life, even though you might have had a lot of empathy for them, it's a gift. This fake ass person leaving your life, even though you probably had a lot of empathy for them, again, a lot of tools showing up is a gift. And if you see this space and opportunity and you say, rather than saying, damn, they a fucked up ass individual, fuck them, I hate them, da 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 da, what do you say? Well, how can I use this time to better myself? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I'd like to pose this question. How can you use this time to better yourself? That's going to be your most powerful path forward. This is the space and an opportunity that God is giving you to better yourself. There's information and resources at your what is called? At your disposal. Don't be using them kind of. There are space and opportunity at your disposal at this time. Disposal at this time, and you need to be using it. That's what I'm tapped into. And the more you invest in yourself, the more you take this opportunity. Like you might want to be with somebody because you wanted to take them to this festival. Take yourself to that festival. Maybe you wanted to spend some time with somebody because you wanted to teach them a new topic. Increase your own personal information on that topic. Whatever you was about to give out into the world, it's time for you to invest in yourself, and it actually put you in this high honor, put you on this path of ascension, and you can attract people who actually kind of match your vibe and match your frequency, not somebody who's pretending to. Knight of Wands energy is out here, right? Like, you know, you like this person. It's almost like I think the false person card is in reverse is because this person was really honest with you about who they are. It's just that it was difficult for you to recognize that you deserve so much more. I really feel like this false person card is in reverse because they was really honest with you about who they are. It was just difficult for you to know that you deserve so much more. And so much more is coming to you if you just, the cold never bothered me anyway. Right? If you say, okay, my magic bother you, let me build my magical kingdom. Let me create a space that's safe for me. Let me create my haven. Because it was when she created that haven that allowed the kingdom to be restored to its balance. The cold never bothered me anyway. Space and opportunity. Space and opportunity for you to invest in yourself and for you to become all that you are. You know, you're not waiting for no partner to come into your life for you to become all that you are. You are becoming all that you are, and the person who can meet you at that level of ascension, the person who can match your fly, thank you, Spirit, because they be trying to use all kind of words. The person who can match your fly is going to show up in your life when you fly as you can be. Okay, super fly. Who is the man? On some shaft shit. Baby, I put them chips up so high that you gonna need 8 of one, baby. You're gonna need an airplane to get them. I put them chips up so high so you can't just be in my cabinet getting shit. I put them all the way at the top of Mount Everest. Get your ass out of my kitchen. Stay out of my kitchen. No, okay, I'm gonna get you some in a minute. Get out of my kitchen. What happened to the chips that was on the table? Okay, eat the ones that's on the table then.
Those are my favorite.
That's the ones you need to eat. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, let me know how that resonated for you. This is going to be for, thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate the time, the energy, the love, and support. This is going to be a message for, what did Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? This is Venus energy. It could be earth or air. Let's do air signs. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, and we shall see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message for my air signs? What do my air signs need to know most to walk the highest path for the greatest good? It's almost a 7-7 angel number, huh? 5 plus 2 is 7. 1 minus 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. It's kind of close, right? I'll take it. There's some like inner child healing that's happening here. I mean, you connected with your inner child and aligned with your highest self and are really healing some of the triggers from your childhood. This is what I'm tapped into. Like your inner child is so excited with how you're making your dreams come true at this time. The Page of Cups is I have big aspirations. My card kind of tore. You see that? The Page of Cups is I have big dreams. I have big goals. I have large aspirations, but I'm naive. I really don't know how to do what I'm saying I want to do, but I know that I want to do it. You didn't know how to do what you said that you wanted to do, but you figured out how to do it and are doing it at this time, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. There's a lot about inner child healing, and it just makes me feel like energetically, like some of the behaviors that cause stagnation in your life thus far, you've really worked through it. Commit. There's a lot of momentum and a lot about you being on this path. It makes me feel like remember on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like you would get to 15,000 and you couldn't go below 10,000, or you would get to 100K and you wouldn't leave with less than 100K. You can get to 500 million, right? Like there was these gradients, there was these steps that you can ascend to, and even if you got the question wrong, you would still at least leave with this amount of money, right? Commitment energies out here with pathway. So there is this healing to your inner child, that these little hang-ups in your life, they feel like you would get to this point and then you would go back down. You would get to this point and you would go back down. Like you're literally propelling past a lot of the things that have been kind of causing you delays and distractions and distortions in your life. I see a lot of 7s and I see a lot of 8 showing up here. Manifestations, like the manifestations and the materializations of your desires. And if you look at this card here, there's a lot of orange and pink in the background, but you see that this person has taken that energy and they know what to do with it now. You see, it's still orange and pink in the background, but it's almost like it's organized or it's structured in a way where the pink is protecting this man's aura, and then that yellow or that motivation, that type of energy, they have it in their mind so that they can manifest and materialize this achievement. I like this. It's inner child healing. A lot of inner child healing. A lot of, like, if I had to just say it in a hood way, I would say you got your motherfucking mind right. 777 angel number. Air signs, you get it now. Like in a very thoughtful way. There's this understanding, right, about what and how your inner child was broken. There is this knowing about how you can astral travel, or how you can begin to understand your inner child even in your present life, and still allow them to kind of make that inner child to make decisions about how you're moving forward. And I really feel like you're finding a lot of happiness. Knight of Cups energy is out here. One of the most like permeating messages for air signs is that you learn how to let go. And you've been struggling with learning how to let go, baby. You've been struggling with letting go for a long time. And you finally learn how to let go, and like the momentum behind like the baggage that you were carrying, it's propelling you into new like levels of achievement. You learn how to let go. A lot of it was mindset and behavior. A lot of it was mindset and behavior. The things that you have to do to change your lifestyle, you always could have did them, but the way it felt to you when you would do it, like the way that it would affect your mind and the way it will make you feel, almost feel overwhelming. But now you understand that you get to have a clean home. That's why you enjoy doing the dishes. You get to be fresh and warm and cozy in your freshly laundered clothes, so you enjoy doing the laundry. You get to be a part of your children's education, so you enjoy reading to them. At one point in time, what felt like a punishment, because you probably did get punished a lot or like berated a lot. So energetically, what the things that felt like a punishment, or maybe you grew up in a childhood where you had to take on your parents' responsibilities, right? So it did feel like, damn, I never got to be a child, and so all you wanted to do was frolic and run and play. Now you understand that you get to do all of the things that at one point in time felt like a punishment for you. That's what this feels like. Intuitive Kev. Get to operate in this power. You get to create. You get to draw. You get to speak. This is a privilege, and you're understanding that. Air signs are understanding their privilege, the intelligence, the ability, the empathy. At one point in time, it felt like a curse, probably because you grew up in a household where you had to do it, and it wasn't like rewarded. It was almost like you do it or you get beat or some shit like that. And now you realize that, damn, I get to do it. That even though in the worst ways they were trying to teach you something real, you know. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. You get to have your daughter and your granddaughter and your grandchild so close to you so that you can have an impact in their life. You get to. It's not a burden. It's not a stressful or overwhelming. It's a privilege. You know? You get to go to work. You get to clock in. You get to pay your rent. You get to pay your insurance. You get to pay your car insurance. You get to do all of those things. There's people out here that wish they fucking could. Do you understand me? That if it was their last, they'll be so happy to do it because it meant that they had accumulated something in their life. You get to. It's a privilege. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's go, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It is. It's a privilege. I get to be able to keep my kids here and have them, even though they interrupt me all day. That's a privilege. That's a privilege. Boy, shut up. Angels are some yeah. As a matter of fact, now those chips I was asking about, like, get your ass on. Don't take it too far. Okay, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whatever the song say. You know what I mean? So, family card energies out here with Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. 3, there's about a lot of growth. 3, 6, 9, there's a lot of growth. Look at that rainbow aura. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, there's a lot of growth and stability and completion coming up out here. 3, 9. Ace of Pentacles energies out here. 7, 2 plus 7 is 9. Unexpected money, like the consistency, like very thorough energy, the consistency and determination and wherewithal that you have been showing over time is paying off. To everybody else, it's going to look like overnight success. To everybody else, it's going to be unexpected money. You ain't earned it, you ain't worked for it, but you know what you did to get this. This is what I'm tapped into, but you're about to get this. You will never get this. You will never get this. La, 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 la. And then he get this. Chakras energies out here, right? This has a lot to do with like alignment and no longer allowing people to emotionally manipulate you, right? There's a lot about your aura being pure. Even this has a rainbow on it, right? Look at this energy, bro. Look, all of this like a rainbow aura. Rainbow, baby, right? Like ride the Rainbow Bridge, you know, to Agartha. Like there's a rainbow or there's a lot of magnetism. You're literally glowing. Like people can see the star in you. You're glowing from the inside out. This is going to attract a lot of abundance towards you. Be aware of the people who would manipulate you, who would say that this way of life is somehow wrong and try to constrain you or try to restrain you and even try to like, this gives me the ropes, I guess, makes me feel like, you know how they rope a horse? They put them, what is it called? They put them reins on the horse. We call reins. Somebody's trying to rein you in. Like, I feel like they want to, like, harness you. Like, I'm using horse terms. But harness and rein. Like, harness you like you would harvest a crop. And then use the energy that comes from you for their purposes. There's an emotional manipulator. I feel like this person blows smoke up your ass. Not that you are real, not that you're not in alignment, just that it's almost like you can sense the ulterior motives behind what they're saying. Oh my God, you're the best. You know how kids will be like, the kids eat your food and you'll say, why are you not eating my food? And they say, oh, I like yours better, mama. That's how this feels. It feels like somebody who is quite capable of doing something on their own. They're really trying to emotionally manipulate you into doing it. And it's under the guise of blowing smoke up your ass, right? Ass kissing, brown nose and type of motherfucker. But it's something insincere about this emotional manipulator that I really feel like you should tap into, because I feel like they want to harness and rein you. Go and put it in the back. Put it back in there.
Apollo's eating that.
Why Apollo can't eat them chips? You share them chips. You put it up. You bet not open it. Girl, he is finna open them chips. You better not open it. They not the same kind. Those don't have no cheddar on it. You bet not. Girl, he is finna do it, girl. Don't you dare. Put it up. Put it in the cabinet and share the chips that you have that's already open.
Fine. Well, when it's all gone,
He almost did it. Girl, fuck. Thank you. Share the chips that you have with your brother. Fix him a bowl. Just put him some in his own little bag. You're a big ass party size bag of fucking sour cream and cheddar chips. He don't want nobody else to get none. I make it so easy to fall in love. Dun, 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 dun. Seven of Swords. The white magic energy is out here, bro. There's somebody who sees an aura, a glow. Like one of the most permeating messages that's coming through for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo is this motherfucking glow, bitch. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not looking at you in the flesh. I see your name in the chat, but I'm just saying, they say you got a glow right now. And that glow is like, as much as people like probably are like admiring you and appreciating you sincerely, there is somebody that feels like, oh, okay, this bitch wanna glow. Oh, this bitch wanna live their best life without me. How can I fuck it up? Like, this is what I'm tapped into. There is somebody, and you'll know because judgment card. You'll know because it's something insincere. It's just, oh, they doing it overly. They're overly involved in your business. I remember one time I had some neighbors, and even though they tried to pretend like they cared and they were concerned, no, you overly involved in my business. You're not my brother. You're not my sister. You're not my mother. You're the neighbor, and there are boundaries that come with that. And this person might act like they care. I was just looking in your window because I wanted to make sure you was okay. No, bitch, don't look through my fucking window. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's this type of energy. Seven of Swords. Emotional manipulator energy is out here with Judgment card. This person is taking your kindness for a weakness. They're taking your niceness for a naivety, and you better be aware of it. Oh, they you know what I'm saying? That's why you got to have balance. That's why you got to have light and dark. That's why you got to have good and bad. Because you got to have that energy, that little gumption in you, that little go in you. That when you say, okay, you know you got something good going on, you got the necessary energy to protect it. We want peace. How do we protect our peace? With war. So you're going to have to protect this glow. You're going to have to protect this glow with a little bit of shadow. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm tapped into. Let's say Page of Swords energies out here. Not round here, partner. Not round here, partner. Okay, because as good as it can get good, as high as it can get go up. You heard me? Look, your shit up high. So look, you gotta reach for it. As high as it can get go up. You need to let these motherfuckers say, you need to say, hey, don't make me take it down low. when they go low, we go lower on some shit. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift of duality, baby. Amy Ham, you just became my bitch. I like you. Amy, duality. Because they be surprised when that duality comes. You can be like, hi, how you doing? Thank you so much. Bitch, don't play with me. They be shocked. You heard me? They feel like, oh, yeah, this one right here. This a lick right here. We got us one. Then when that other side come out, they say, whoa, not this one. Yeah, not this one. Not round here, partner. Not round here. Not round here, partner. Say it, son. Not round here. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Round and round. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Round and round. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Round and round. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Round and round. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message? Yeah. Heavy on, this has been coming up a lot for the collective, and specifically for you, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. They want you disoriented. This is somebody who wants you lackadaisical. Thank you, Spirit. They want you lackadaisical. They want you a little bit aloof to what the priorities are. You don't need to be under stress. You don't need to be highly stressed, but you do need to be methodical and meticulous in your approach at this time. And it's somebody that wants you to feel like, oh, I got it all done, right? Meanwhile, there's an email that needs to be answered. Meanwhile, there's a phone call that has to be placed. They're heavily showing me a bill that didn't get paid, right? This is what I'm tapped into. Knight of Swords energy is out here. We're up in the cloud. Listen, what right now, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, you need to be aware of fast talking motherfuckers, because it's heavy on somebody that's trying to fast talk you out of responsibility, right? Or into irresponsibility. That's what this feels like. Oh, it's okay. The star card energy is out with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a message that has also been coming up a lot. Heavy on you doing very well at this point in time. There's a lot of healing, and with the healing comes abundance. They cannot stop you. The hand of God is over you. They're going to snatch something out of God's hand. They're going to snatch something out of God's hand that God is holding on to. They cannot. But what they can do is cause you to stop praying as much as you're praying. Cause you to stop your journaling. Don't do your meditative practice. Oh, you healed. You ain't got to go to AA no more. You don't need to go to NA no more. You don't have no cravings no more. This shit that you doing that's working, this spirit that's trying to work you wants you to feel like what you doing to make it work is no longer necessary. This is what I'm tapped into. 10 of Wands energies out here, because it was easier to manipulate you mentally when you had all of them burdens on you. Now you got a schedule. Now you got a routine. That routine is implemented and you making some motherfucking money from it. And here goes somebody that say, oh no, you can sit down, you can rest, you can just take it easy. No, you need to be consistent. Your most powerful path forward at this time is to be consistent. This is what I'm tapped into. 8 angel number energies out here. There's a lot about the path that you on, the position that God put you in, and how a motherfucker wish that they could knock you off the path. They cannot knock you off the path, but they can make you feel like you on the path when you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing on it. This is what I'm tapped into. 8 of Pentacles energies out here with the boss card. 888 angel number. The most powerful tool in your repertoire at this time, fire signs, is consistency and methodology, meticulousness. This is what I'm tapped into, because they're not trying to physically attack you. They want to spiritually attack your mind. That's what I'm tapped into. Confusion spells, illusion spells that make you feel like you've taken care of everything that you wanted to take care of. They don't want you paying attention to the things that you need to be paying attention to, so that things get over on you. This is what I'm tapped into. The death card energies out here. They cannot stop you, because God has ordained this in your life. But if you are not operating at the levels that the Most High expects, then you stop yourself. Keep on moving, don't stop. No. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's get a collective message from the biblical deck before we tap out. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. The consistency is having an effect. Give a fuck if they ain't saying nothing. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if they ain't saying nothing. I don't care if they acting like they don't notice you. I don't care if they acting like that motherfucking consistency and that determination, that resolve. That's the word Spirit gave me today. I like it. That resolve that you've developed within yourself is having an impact, especially having an impact on your wallet, having an impact on your peace of mind. Don't let these witches and these warlocks distract you from that. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always think I'm saying something that helps. They was placing bets. They said, oh, you will never come up out of that. They left you for dead. They said, oh, you stuck here. You will never get back up. You know, they thought they had got you down to a level so low. They said, oh, we ain't got to worry about them no more. They'll take themselves out from here. That consistency, that determination is having an impact. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. What is the most important message? The Magician card. One of the most important messages for you to remember at this time. Hey! Sit down! One of the most important messages for you to remember at this time is it's not just you. You're the hand of God. You are the extremity of God. Maybe you're the foot. Maybe some of y'all to knee up somebody's ass. Either way it go, you don't have to do it by yourself. As a matter of fact, you're not doing it by yourself. Truth be told, you couldn't do it by yourself. God is doing it through you. And whenever you feel weak and whenever you feel tired, you say, God, this is as far as I can go. This is as far as I can take it. You're going to have to take it the rest of the way and watch how God work through you. This is what I'm tapped into, and watch how God work through you. Watch how God use the people, places, things, ideas, the weather, the time, all of that shit. Even people who feel like like they coming up against you to turn this wheel in your favor, okay? One of the most important things for you to remember at this time, Queen of Cups energy is out here, is that you're right. It is too big for you. You cannot do it by yourself. You're going to have to call on God. Proverbs 31. And I want you to get it down in your system, baby. I want you to Proverbs 31 every day of the week this week. I want you to Proverbs 31 that thing. Because the more you do it, the more you realize this woman was a bad bitch. She was a bad bitch in the city. She was a bad bitch in the country. She was a bad bitch in the town. But she wasn't a bad bitch because she was just was. She was a bad bitch because of her relationship with God. This is what I'm tapped into. The Star card energy is out here with the Eight of Pentacles. And then so if you continue on this path, work, determination, consistency, methodology, 818 angel number, then exceedingly and abundantly above what you ask or think. Because based on your merits, it's only so much that you can even think, and even you can visualize, and then watch how God take you past that. This is what I'm tapped into. The Hermit card energies out here. Many of you might be in a spirit of a time of isolation. You might say, damn, where this person at, or where that person at, or I thought if I changed my behaviors like this, they would come back around. Baby, this isolation is breeding illumination, and you need to appreciate it. If you can't be by yourself, if you can't be by yourself long enough to make some shit happen, why would anybody want to be around you? That's a real deal, Holyfield. If you can't be by yourself long enough to make some shit happen, then why would somebody want to be around you? And what you'll find in your life is that you have a lot of takers coming in your life. If you're constantly looking for somebody to be around you while you're still building yourself, you'll have a lot of takers come in your life, and it'll slow down the progress. That's what I'm tapping into. The Five of Wands energies out here as I'm saying that. One of the most, like, God is with you. Like, the force of God is with you, right? Like, because this is when David threw the rock at Goliath, and all his big ass brothers was behind him, and they ain't do shit. It was David, young, small, tiny ass, that slew Goliath. And even though Jacob, this trickster spirit, tried to steal his brother's inheritance, that's even being resolved very much so at this point in time in history at this time. So all of the people that's trying to take something from you, steal your inheritance, destiny swap with you, as long as you believe about the power of God that's flowing through you, not in who you are on your own personal level. He was just a shepherd, but in the power of God that was in him, in the God that he served, and there was a lot of star card, Wheel of Fortune, magician card energy showing up. This is what I'm tapped into. Many of you are spiritual, very, very intuitively inclined, and you're starting to listen to those intuitive messages more readily, leading to major transformations in your life at this time. The Four of Cups energy is out here. Like, one of the feels like the biggest energy, but the most difficult is the idea that you can do this, but it feels like you're doing it alone. You're not doing it alone, even though there's no physical support. God is with you. You're not doing this alone. God is with you. If you are ever interested in a private and personal reading, you can check out my website. It's www.TarotOnDex.com. You can also use the link tree. Link tree is /TarotOnDex. I hope I see you tonight on our nightly nightcap. And until we meet again, be powerful on purpose. Take it easy, wholeness. Infinite waters flowing through you. Have a powerful, positive, and productive